Sawadee-kap, I'm JP Mestanza. It's the end of the first week of 2023. Today is Friday, January 6th. You're watching Phuket Xtra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. It's official, Thailand is once again putting in place a few requirements for international arrivals to the kingdom, and it comes in anticipation of Beijing's move to lift the COVID travel restrictions this Sunday for their country in China.
Under the new directives, all incoming international travelers must provide proof of at least 2 vaccinations and health insurance with COVID-19 coverage. Outbound passengers traveling to a country that requires an on-arrival negative RT-PCR test result are also required to submit evidence of insurance with COVID-19 health coverage. In announcing the measure yesterday, Public Health Minister Anutin said, quote, "New measures are necessary because Thailand is a major destination for travelers from many countries, including China, but the measures must be non-discriminatory. The principle is there will not be any discrimination against a particular country because COVID-19 is spreading in all countries and the strains are similar. It has not been announced when these rules are set to take effect, although reports suggest this change will be enforced ahead of Chinese travelers arriving in Thailand." The Bangkok Post stated that the first flight scheduled for arrival from China to Thailand is on the 12th of January. This Sunday, January 8th, marks the first time that China will reopen their borders since 2020. Prior to that, the Chinese market was Thailand's largest tourist source, accounting for over 11 million of the 40 million international arrivals in 2019. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Stay up to date with the latest at thephuket.com.
As of this recording, flights to and from mainland China are not on the official schedule for the Phuket International Airport, though the AOT, the Airports of Thailand, does expect a 9% increase in international arrivals to the Phuket Airport for this month compared to last month.
The schedule was publicly posted on the AOT Phuket Facebook page on January 3rd, 1 week after Beijing confirmed downgrading COVID-19 and softening travel restrictions expected to take effect from this Sunday, January 8th, and includes abolishing mandatory quarantine for people coming to China from abroad. While January 8th will see China lift their COVID travel restrictions, the Phuket International Airport flight schedule does not have a single flight from mainland China yet, as tour operators and officials believe that the Chinese will return, but only steadily, with 300,000 Chinese arrivals expected for the first quarter of this year and 60,000 expected to arrive this January. Suttipong Konpul, Director General of the Civil Aviation Authority of Thailand, said earlier this week that the first scheduled flight from China would arrive at Suvarnabhumi Airport on January 12th. In the first 3 months of this year, 15 Chinese airlines would operate 15 flights a day to Suvarnabhumi, Chiang Mai, and Phuket airports, though again, here in Phuket, the schedule has yet to include these flights. Meanwhile, international flights in general are expected to increase by 9%, while domestic ones are expected to decline by less than 1%. For more, visit thephuket.com. A joint investigation by Phuket-based animal welfare organization Soi Dog Foundation and authorities here in Thailand has led to the imprisonment of a Nakhon Si Thammarat man for slaughter of puppies for consumption. The foundation reports that its mobile clinic staff in Nakhon Si Thammarat province were brought a puppy who had deep lacerations to its neck. Locals suspected one specific man in their area, who they say was violent and often under the influence of drugs, as locals believed he had been slaughtering and eating canines at his home. While the puppy and 5 others were taken to the shelter in Phuket for treatment, a police report was filed with local authorities. A search of the man's house uncovered corpses and cooked meat with test results from Chulalongkorn University's Halal Science Center in Bangkok, confirming it to be canine. The man was arrested on suspicion of animal cruelty and was later charged under Sections 20 and 31 of the Cruelty Prevention and Welfare of Animal Act, a law that Soi Dog had previously worked closely with the government to introduce. The man was sentenced to 6 months imprisonment, but it was reduced to 3 months after he pled guilty. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
The notorious Thalang riot of 2015 was just one of a few incidents that were simulated this week during a riot response exercise meant to make the Phuket Provincial Police better prepared for future incidents should they arise.
The exercise was conducted in front of Phuket City Police Station on Thursday, all meant to train the readiness of officers from various departments. The exercise simulated several situations, starting with Phuket City Police and Widget Police taking action against 120 teenagers street racing at Sapan Hin. In the simulation, 10 teenagers were arrested. The teens denied involvement with drugs or street racing and fled from police, and after they were hurt, it sparked a response by 70 to 80 other teens in front of the police station, accusing cops of excessive force, and this was all simulated. This is basically a simulation of what sort of took place in 2015, when hundreds of local residents here in Phuket, not just teens, rioted in front of the Thalang police station and set the station on fire, pelted it with bricks and bottles, and forced cops to barricade themselves inside the building. This riot was sparked by the death of two men, a 22-year-old and a 17-year-old, who died in a motorbike crash after they were chased by police. Residents became incensed over what they saw was excessive police force, with the family of the victims demanding justice. Police at the time say they found drugs on the victims at the accident site. The riot, which began later that afternoon, ended at about 3:30 a.m. the next morning and saw at least 64 people arrested. The exercise yesterday included a slew of police units and law enforcement agencies, along with rescue workers to provide medical treatment in such incidents. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Thank you so much for ending your week with us here at Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Join us again next week. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.